Welcome to the latest episode of Branding the Experience, where we discuss ways how we can create environments where employees actually want to come to work and customers want to keep coming back. Hi, I'm Ken Bader, your host for Branding the Experience. Our subject today, should it be called 18-hour fitness? Now I'm going to take a slight, and I do mean slight shot at 24-hour fitness. I'm a huge fan of that brand, and I am a customer, a proud customer of 24-hour fitness. It's my favorite gym. It's the only gym right now that I am a member of, and I enjoy their facilities. I think they do a really good job. I think they do a really good job specifically based upon our tagline for the show and what I believe in branding. In terms of employees that actually want to come to work, the trainers, the people working the front desk, everybody seems to be in a good mood and wanting to be there. Maybe it's the endorphins from all the fitness or something like that. But whatever it is, the employees there, whether they're, helping to keep the locker rooms clean or doing personal training or working with people at the front desk, always seem to give a really quality branded experience. Frankly, I never really experienced a situation where there was an employee that I had a negative type of experience with. And some 24-hour fitness gyms are better than others, but for the most part, I think they try to keep things updated. They try to keep their equipment working. And so forth. So, it's in terms of a branded experience, I think they do a good job. Where I take them a little bit to task is with the actual physical brand per se. Because one of the gyms that I go to, cut back their hours, where I think they're opening at like 6 a.m. and they close at like 10 now. And that wasn't the deal. The whole brand and the name is 24-hour fitness. So to put that out there, and I don't get me wrong, I understand labor shortages and so forth. But one, if you're going to call yourself 24-hour fitness, you gotta be open 24 hours, especially because, a lot of the folks that gravitate to 24-hour fitness, may actually want to work out at 3 in the morning or at midnight and so forth. I know, I'm not in my usual studio today. I'm in a hotel in Las Vegas because I was at CrimeCon 2022. Complete side note, awesome conference. I covered it for Podcast Magazine, and it was a really high-class event, and a shout-out to Baby Grand PR that really treated me like a VIP and gave me everything that I need to talk about a great branded experience. Those ladies from Baby Grand PR really helped me out, Renee and Julia, so a shout out to them as a side note in this particular show. Maybe I need to do a show just with them. Maybe that's a good idea. But let me get back to 24-hour fitness here. As I mentioned, and this is the reason why I bring in CrimeCon, there were a number of retired police officers doing different shows and podcasts that I was able to speak to during the CrimeCon event. And those are folks that, may work, say a midnight to 8 o'clock shift and may want to do a workout at 10 p.m. to kind of wake up and take a shower and then go on their shift. If you close at like 10 p.m., they can't do that. There are bartenders and waitresses and staff that may work until 10, 11, 12, maybe even 1 o'clock. And maybe they need to unwind a little bit, and maybe a quick half-hour workout, going on the treadmill at a 24-hour fitness is just what they need to kind of work out some of that energy, take a nice warm shower, and then go home and be able to relax and eventually go to sleep. So, I have a problem with the branding of that. I understand labor shortages and things of that nature, and hopefully they'll get back to being true to that brand and being 24-hour fitness. In the past they only closed for like Christmas and Thanksgiving early, and even then, I gave the folks a kind of funny hard time at the front desk, like, hey, you're closing at X amount of time or X time and Thanksgiving. What if somebody is working at a restaurant and wants to work out later? But I always joke back and understood that people want to be with their families at Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and so forth. But on a regular week, to not be open 24 hours, that's a little bit of a hit to your brand. So hopefully they're going to get through this labor shortage and get those folks that can work that third shift so they can be open. And the last point that I'll make on that, and this is a positive point, I think instead of just leaving their brand to the fact that they used to be open 24 hours a day, also, especially in this time where you have labor shortages and things are a little rough, to really harp on the aspect of their brand that they do have apps where there are exercises and different articles on fitness and so forth. It might be a good idea to add to their advertising and their social media and say, while temporarily we've had to shorten our hours, even though we are 24-hour fitness, because of labor shortages and getting out of COVID and costs and so forth. Because I do also understand there are a lot of businesses that are just starting to come back. And the fitness industry was one that got really, really hit hard for 2 years. So I'm not ignorant and without empathy on that. But from a brand communication standpoint, I think that it would be wise during this time to, one, explain that this is a temporary reduction in hours, and to also really harp on the fact that they're very good at having the apps, having the articles, having videos, having exercises, so that is always available 24 hours. So even if you can't get to 24-hour fitness because of the reduced hours, even when they go back to complete 24/7 every week, that maybe you can't get to the gym, but you know what? You could still get to the app and get your exercises, get your fitness in that way. But I will close with the fact that I love 24-hour fitness. I hope that they can get through some of these little issues, because I plan on using that as my gym for a long, long time, and they do a great job. So thank you for spending a little bit of time with me today, and here's hoping, as always, that you're branding the experience at a very high level for all those you serve. Events are back in full swing. I'm actually heading to my 4th conference in at least as many months so far in 2022. I'm overjoyed to be fully back in business after the pandemic, and it would be a privilege to be a part of your next event. Do you need a speaker for your next conference? Maybe a facilitator for your next strategic planning or training session? A full program with expert panelists and interactive exercises for attendees? Or maybe you need an MC for your next event. I'm here to help and have the expertise to be a part of an amazing agenda for your audience. Learn more about Bader Training and Consulting at www.btcinc.net, or better yet, just contact me directly at kbader@btcinc.net, and let's talk about your next event, next training session, or next summit.